Past life regression is the closest thing we have to time travel.
You said it's Christmas, which means New Year's is just a week away. What year is it going to become?
1843.
You cannot send physical objects into the past or into the future, but you can send your minds because we're pure energy. Pure energy can go anywhere and do anything.
At the count of 3, I'd like you to move ahead to the most important event in your entire life. 1, 2, 3.
A past life regression is returning to an earlier time in the cycle of lives in order to deal with an issue in this present life. It can take a person back as far as the creation of their soul. Of course, scientists will tell you that's impossible, but scientists often don't know things.
It's things like past life regression and paranormal activity. That kind of stuff scares me a little bit. There's nothing for you to hinge on. There's no data. There's no science behind it. There's nothing that dispels it as being anything other than like spooky ghost stories.
Past life regression works very simply. Person is hypnotized, guided into a past life.
I'd like you to step through the window and you will immediately step into that scene.
And then you just ask questions of that person to find out what's important in that past life that affects them now.
Do you have any family, a wife or children?
I have a family.
When a person goes into a past life, they are totally in it. Sometimes people do go so deep that they actually speak the language of that time, not knowing that they're not speaking English. All of us have past lives. Not all of our past lives are on this planet. Not all of our past lives are even as the same sex. You've been rich, you've been poor, you've been a soldier, you've been a priest. You've been everything.
I've killed
Why did you kill?
an animal
You killed an animal?
on my land.
People often think that hypnotism, past life regression, are carnival sideshow acts for the very simple reason that for most of this century, the only people that kept hypnotism alive were stage hypnotists. It has been used at least since the 1930s in England. It began by accident, by people going into hypnosis and then all of a sudden slipping into a past life. At first, people assumed that these past lives were just made-up stories from their minds. But then, in research, people found that these lives were true. 2 friends of mine found out that they were husband and wife living in Massachusetts after the Civil War. They knew the names of their children, the jobs that they went into, where they lived. They went up to, I believe it was Waltham, Massachusetts, and found the records and found that every single thing that they discovered during regressions was correct.
So just know and accept that you have been released from that lifetime.
People's lives get better. Their lives here now get better. There's no reason to go into the past unless you make their life here better.